Hello, my name is Andrew Devine, and today I want to tell you about how my liberal arts education has deepened my own major field of study and how it has prepared me for my future career, vocational, and personal endeavors. At Carroll College, I have majored in philosophy, and I absolutely believe that in taking courses outside of the philosophy department, I have been enriched in my philosophical understanding. In some sense, this is because philosophy is the pursuit of truth, and therefore, any academic pursuit is also a philosophical one, and that both aim to gain knowledge. But more specifically, in my non philosophy courses, I've come to deeply philosophical reflections. And here's just a few examples. So, in my astronomy class, I learned about the nature of the cosmos. And in it, I was filled with awe and wonder at the vastness and the complexity of the universe. But it also provided me with a better understanding to the philosophical question, where does everything come from? I also learned about the nature of science itself in this course. And I learned about the epistemological assumptions upon which science is built upon. So, and here's the two main ones, namely that in order to do science, you have to assume that the universe is ordered. You also have to assume that it is knowable, which are two philosophical assumptions. Another philosophical reflection I've been led to outside of the philosophy course is inquire. In choir, I've come to know and reflect on the inexplainable beauty of music. I've come to learn about the ability of music to move the soul, to inspire. And this is something I could never have learned through mere philosophical reasoning or discussion. Another example is that in literature, I read good stories. And reading good stories, I came to learn about how stories are so important for humans and how we understand ourselves and how we understand the world. And I also came to reflect on the fact that stories can convey truth in such a powerful and unique way in which a philosophical argument never could. And the last example is that in my freshman year I took gender history. And in gender history, I engaged with many ideas which I disagree with. And in engaging with these ideas which I disagree with, I formed a few principles for discourse which have guided me throughout my philosophical discussions. One is that I learned how to find common ground with people I disagree with. And two, I learned that everybody has reasons for what they believe in. And that before we write off their beliefs, we must first engage with their reasons. That being said, now that I've shown you how my non-philosophy courses have actually deepened my understanding of philosophy, I also want to show you how I think the liberal arts education has prepared me for my future aspirations. Currently, I am not completely sure as to what I'll be doing in the future, but I do have a few ideas. The first is that I'm considering being an entrepreneur, and I think the liberal arts education has prepared me to do this. And that in taking the liberal arts education and engaging in so many different types of courses, schools of thought, I've been trained to think in many different types of ways. And I think this is an essential trait to an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, it's required to solve so many different types of problems, so many different types of scenarios, in many different types of ways. The other path I am discerning is going to seminary and being a priest. And in being a priest, you're called to minister to the world. But in order to do that, in order to do it successfully, I think you must understand the world. I think the liberal arts education has helped me to do that very thing. And that in taking this wide variety of courses is formed a more accurate worldview for myself than I would have if I'd merely just studied philosophy. And lastly, apart from career or vocational endeavors, the liberal arts education has provided me with a better understanding of myself and of the world. And this isn't just invaluable to life. And in my liberal arts education, I've had to engage in so many different types of ideas, and I've had so many different experiences, and I've worked with so many different types of people that I feel very confident in my ability going forward to relate and to befriend many different types of people who come from different backgrounds, different experiences, and different schools of thought. All in all, the liberal arts education has enriched my philosophical understanding, and I believe it has prepared me for what I want to do in the future, whether that be as an entrepreneur, a priest, or simply a friend. Thank you.